Hey, what's up, guys? SOFTDRINKTV here, and a lot of you have heard about the upcoming NFL 2K game. It's been a big topic of discussion recently, and it came out today, literally today. So I just played it, and I'm talking over the footage I just recorded. I played it for about 20 minutes, and it's not good. Unfortunately, it's a pretty big disappointment. And I know a lot of people, when they saw today that it was announced as a mobile game, they were also disappointed, but it goes deeper than that. When you actually play the game, because that's what I did, if it was a regular mobile game like Madden Mobile, I don't really think I would have minded it all that much. But the problem, let me lower this volume here. I'm doing this unscripted, so I hope you guys are cool with that. The problem with this game is that it's not a game. It's a screen tapping simulator, and you'll see what I mean. So basically, you open the app, you download it, it's free on the App Store, so at least the game's free, right? You pick your favorite team, you type in your username, I did SOFTDRINKTV, and then you open a card pack. So as you can see on my screen, I'm just opening all these cards. It takes a long time. You see there's 25 cards to open, so you keep opening them, and you're getting players. So at first it kind of gives off like a Madden Ultimate Team type of vibe, as you can see. And boom, now I have a full roster of great playmakers like Daniel Jones and Creed Humphrey. Creed Humphrey's a good center, by the way, no disrespect. So it shows you how you update your depth chart, roster, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty standard, right? You click auto update. If you've ever played a mobile game before, like Madden Mobile, it's similar. And then here, you jump into the game. The graphics look pretty good. I'm playing this on the iPhone 15 Pro. It looks pretty good graphically, in my opinion. That's not MetLife Stadium, but the field art looks fine for the Giants. The fans are all cards. If you look on the left and right of the field, there's cards for the chain gang and the fans and all that. So basically, how you play the game is you have three options, and it's kind of going over it right now because you're watching me play the tutorial. You see there's the bootleg flat on the left, in the middle skinny post, on the right HB dive. Basically, you pick one of those three, and that's the whole game. That's all you do. You pick one of those three. So here I picked the run, and it basically compares the ratings of your cards. See, my guy there is 399, while theirs is 390. So my guy is a slightly higher rating, so there's a high chance I win. So here's the gameplay. You tap the screen, and then these guys load there, and the game just plays itself. I'm not doing anything. Boom, we gained 4 yards by just watching what's essentially a cutscene. So I was really confused playing this. I was like, all right, since this is the tutorial, I'm sure I'll get to actually, play the game in a minute. So here I was just kind of frozen, wondering what's going on here. But no, you don't even control the gameplay. The game just plays for you, based on the probability of your card's rating. The only thing I got to do, which you'll see later, is kicking. I got to kick. There's like a little kick meter, and you get to choose, the accuracy and the kick power. But that's it. There's no gameplay here. This isn't, I feel like worst case scenario, this game was going to be a mobile 2K football game. But no, it's just a bunch of cutscenes. Like, right there, it's really smooth. That gameplay looks smooth. I like how the player models look. Like, visually speaking, it looks fine for a mobile game. If anything, it looks probably good for a mobile game, right? The issue is you're not actually playing. So how impressive are these animations when they're fully scripted pre-snap? This whole play was probably motion captured exactly as it's ran. I don't think those blockers have any sort of AI that is telling them to block this guy with the chance that he doesn't and that guy sheds the block. I'm pretty sure it's all predetermined based on whatever probability number you get pre-snap. Then the game chooses a play it's going to show you, and then it shows you the play. So I can't give the game props for the animation quality when the game is not, like in a normal game, like let's say in Madden 24, it's quite sloppy because the game has to account for the fact that You might randomly juke this way, or you might randomly hurdle in like a weird way when you shouldn't. Like there's so many possible outcomes on a given play. In this game, there's only one outcome. The outcome that's already decided before the play. So after the game, you get to make 7 picks, which takes quite some time because they don't have a skip button. And there, I got Austin Eckler, cool. But like, why does it even, what's the point? You know, like, I feel weird calling this game bad. But I have to be honest with you guys, it's not even really a game. But if 2K sees the negative press that this is probably going to get, they might assume that we're not interested in 2K football. So it's kind of tricky. There was a similar situation recently where Sega released, this was probably like 4 years ago, Sega released a Super Monkey Ball game, and it wasn't very good. It was like a remake of one of the worst Super Monkey Ball games, and a lot of people weren't going to buy it because it just wasn't a good game. But then I remember some people were like, wait, you should buy this game to let Sega know that there is interest in Super Monkey Ball, because they might take, you know, a lack of interest in the bad game as a lack of interest in the IP itself. So my concern here is that if 2K sees the negative press on this game, they're going to think, oh, I guess there is no longer a market for 2K football. And that would be such a big mistake, because there is. This is not 2K football. This is a screen tapping simulator, all right? We just want 2K football that's similar to old 2K football, or at least the NFL equivalent to NBA 2K on console, at the very least. This is not that. And the only reason it's going to get bad press is because you can't actually play the game and because it's a mobile game. And you guys know the meme, don't you guys have phones? Yeah, everyone has a phone, but people don't really game on their phone unless you're like in school and you don't want to pay attention in class. That's when I would play the most games on my phone, when I was in like middle and high school, right? So, you know, most adults who grew up playing 2K football and have nostalgia for it, they don't have time to play games on their phone. If they want to kick back and play an NFL game, they're probably going to want to do it on their console, on their couch. You know, you do it on the PS5, the system that they paid for by working an actual job that takes up time, that makes them unable to play mobile games. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, the target audience here is not anyone who's ever played 2K football. It's probably kids. It's probably kids that wouldn't even be good at Madden, so they play this instead. As long as you know how to buy cards with microtransactions and click auto set lineup, that's all you need to do to play this game, at least in its current state. I don't know if it'll get updated down the road, but in its current state, it's just a simulation you watch. There's no interaction, which is such a shame. It's such a missed opportunity, because even if this was a regular old mobile game, we'd be able to see a rough idea of what 2K's football engine looks like, how they're going with gameplay. Are they still going with tap the button for sprint? You know, how is the pass trajectory compared to Madden? How does the blocking look? You can't judge any of that in this game at that level because we don't even know, and I would assume that this is the case. I believe the game is pre-scripted. All of this has been motion captured as is. There's no variation to it, so it's not even comparable to something like Madden or the old 2K football games. It's a pay-to-win, pointless. It gives you blue balls. Like, that's what this NFL 2K game is. So I know there's been some YouTube videos that came out today with people kind of showing the trailer and giving their thoughts, but I wanted to actually literally play the game before I came to a conclusion because, you know, for all I know, it was going to be a fun mobile game. I could take over the Giants, go through a whole season like in the old Madden mobile games, and just see how the game plays. But unfortunately, this is barely a game. NFL 2K Playmakers, may the best cards win. Oh man. I tried looking at other game modes. Like, here's Seasons mode, right? Start the preseason as the Giants, and unfortunately the gameplay is just exactly the same. There's a mode here called Quick Read, where you don't even get to go onto the football field. You literally, it's like a quicker version. The whole point of this game is this. This is the game just without the video game looking graphics of it. You pick a card and you hope it's better than the card your opponent picked. It's that simple. You pick a higher number and hope your opponent has a worse number. I mean, if I'm gonna sit around and play a pointless game on my phone where I just kind of tap the screen, I mean, making it NFL related is more fun than it just being like, you know, that old game where you would just tap an egg hoping it hatched. This is kind of like that with an NFL theme. So it's just really disappointing that it has the NFL 2K name. And it's been almost 20 years since NFL 2K5. In 2007 is when All Pro Football 2K8 came out. So this is the next 2K football game since then. And this is it. This is what it is. It's this mode, but if you play it through a different mode, there's a bit more of a visual aspect to it. Which, I will be honest, the animations look nice. You know, it looks polished, it looks clean. You know, props to whoever made the animations. But it's not as impressive as it would be in an actual football game because there's none of that interaction. There's none of that variety or spontaneous user input that could change the outcome. And because of that, this is probably the most scripted NFL game of all time. You want to call Madden 19 scripted? No. This is the most scripted NFL game of all time. Here's some of the gameplay. Like, look at those moves, those tackles. It looks pretty decent. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks pretty decent. I'm just so disappointed you can't actually control the players. And maybe I'm just dumb, and if you play this game for like 5 hours, it unlocks that ability, but I'm willing to bet that it never does after playing for 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure this is what the game is. Pass completed. Wow. You know, you're not. All I'm doing in this gameplay is tapping my screen. Right here, you get to pick out of 3 options. So you pick the highest rated one based on what cards you have. And that's it. This is the closest we get to this being an actual football game. You have a kick meter. You set the power. All right. Now wait for this. This is crazy. You guys ready? You get to set the accuracy. Boom. Tap the screen. You make a field goal. That's the closest you get to real football gameplay with NFL 2K Playmakers. May the best cards win. May the fattest wallet win. What is the goddamn point? Now 2K, if you're watching this video, your marketing team, whatever the hell you have watching stuff like this, and you're thinking, oof, we shouldn't have made this game. No one's gonna want it. It's not because it's an NFL 2K game, and Madden is the name recognition that everyone's gonna play, and because it doesn't say Madden, no one wants to play it. No. The only reason this game is not going to be successful, assuming it won't be, because for all I know, maybe it will be, but if it's not a success, the reason for that is because there's no gameplay. The target audience for another football game is people that are fed up with Madden. They don't want a mobile game, and they especially don't want a mobile game where they can't even control the gameplay. So, here's the deal, guys. Apparently, this is not the only NFL 2K game coming. I've yet to see any official information about that, but that's what I've heard watching a few videos on YouTube about this. Apparently, there is a console game coming, or at least a more legit 2K NFL game coming. So, we'll just have to wait and see. But I highly recommend you guys hold your expectations in check because it can't be a simulation game. EA Sports still holds the exclusive NFL simulation rights until 2026. However, EA and not EA, but the NFL, and the video is over, so I'm just talking to you guys now. I'm about to end this. The NFL does have an option year in 2026, all right? So if they choose not to accept the option, it ends after 2025. If that's the case, maybe then 2K can release an actual good football game. But until that happens, and until you guys see that EA no longer has the exclusive NFL license, any 2K football game that comes out is not going to be what you want it to be. And you just need to understand that. But even then, even with that expectation, I was disappointed by this. I really was. Thanks for watching, guys. I got another video coming soon.